Hi, my name is Steve. This week, let's look at how to prepare to record a new project in Logic Express 9. We will see how to use System Preferences and Logic Express to set up our interface, and how to use Logic Express to set up the hardware and file systems. In order to get the best possible performance out of our computer, let's set up a user account for just our studio recording projects with as little as possible running. First, let's turn off the wireless internet. I've always wondered which neighbor this one is. And we've got a automatic disk backup program going. It's called Time Machine on the Apple. So let's go into the setup program and turn it off. If there's an antivirus program running, let's be sure to turn that off also. Now let's configure our USB interfaces. These devices will convert the audio signals into usable digital data. To configure the interface, we'll go to Utilities and we'll select the Audio MIDI Setup. We can see here that we've got a number of devices. We've got a Lexicon USB device, which is 2 input channels, 2 output channels. And we can be sure we're looking at the input. And let's go ahead and change this to 48,000 Hertz. That'll give us better audio quality. And let's change this to 24-bit bit depth. We also have an M-Track 2-channel device, and that's already selected at the 48,000 Hertz, and it's only a 24-bit device. In Logic Express, we're limited to 1 input device, but if we want more than 2 channels, we can do that by grouping multiple devices together as a single aggregate device. We can do that by clicking on the plus, create an aggregate device, and then select what we want in that. So we'll select the M-Track, and we'll select the Lexicon. The first one we click on will become the master for the clock source, and you can see here it says it's the M-Track device. If for some reason we wanted to get rid of this device, we could click on the minus sign and it just disappears. And let's rename this to USB. Now that the hardware is set up, let's go ahead and start a new project here in Logic Express 9, and let's get this set up to match our hardware profiles. We'll go into Preferences, Audio, select Audio, and then we see here we have some choices. So for our input device, let's go ahead and select 2 USB. For our output device, well, we can do whatever we want here. Let's use 2 USB. And we also want to select a buffer size. 128 is where we'll start on recording. That should give us low latency, and it tells us here in fact it'll be 10.1 milliseconds. When we're mixing and editing, we may need to increase that. If we increased it, you can see the latency increases. So for recording, we want low latency, so we use 128. We want to enable 24-bit recording. Go to the General tab here, and recording file type. Broadcast wave would be ideal. AIFF is also a lossless format. We could use that, but let's do the broadcast wave. The final and one of the most important parts of the setup is getting our file system set up properly. Logic Express makes that very simple for us. We'll click on File, Save As, and we're writing a new song that we're going to call Old Dog. We'll save that in our recording studio as a song project. Now you can see we have 2 other projects we've already completed or we've been working on, Compass and Song of the Siren. So this is a new one called Old Dog. We want to put it in Song Projects, so we'll save it. Now in the future, as we work on this, we create new tracks, we record audio, we mix and we edit. Periodically we'll go in and we'll click on Save. That will save our work on our hard drive in the file called Old Dog. So you can see we have audio files, backups, and the Logic file. They're all put here automatically.